Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to your weekly Astro Forecast. So today we're going to take some cards out for each of the signs, and I'm not going to leave out Aquarius today. So yes, I'm going to leave timestamps in the comments below as well so that you can easily click on your sign and see what awaits you this week. Okay, so let's start off with Aries. What guidance is here for Aries? We take 3 out for each sign. We have time to go. So with this, I'm hearing, Aries, that it's time to really let go of what doesn't work for you anymore. And Spirit is saying it's been glaringly obvious to you guys for a while of what you need to release, what you need to let go of, what you need to walk away from, because you're stepping towards peace. So this is a good one here. Spirit is saying consider what you need to walk away from, and how you'll know if it's the right thing to do is by the level of peace you feel at the thought of walking away from that situation, person, thing, whatever it is, whatever you need to walk away from. If it brings you peace, you're on the right track. Now, straight after peace, we have chaos and conflict. Now, the chaos and the conflict is when we make a change of any kind, it's usually messy. It's hardly ever clean, right? It's usually messy. But Spirit is saying, take a step back. So in the letting go, in the walking away, in the releasing, right? Yes, it's going to bring you peace, that's for sure. But in order to experience peace, sometimes there does need to be a little bit of chaos in the mess, right? So if there is chaos, take a step back from the drama and do what you feel brings you peace anyway. Okay, that's Aries. I'm also hearing Spirit say, if you wanted a sign that it's time to walk away, that's your sign. Okay, after Aries, we have Taurus. Okay, let's see what is here for Taurus. We have building blocks. So it looks like our Taurus peeps are going to be working very, very hard this week. They're going to be very committed to whatever it is that they're working so hard at. Yay, building foundations. And this is, I'm hearing, it includes being true to yourself. Listen to your truth, and don't be scared to work hard on what you know is true for you, right? It's about what you want now, not what everybody else thinks you should do. You do what's right for you, okay? And then we have fork in the road. So in you doing things for you, you acting on your own truth, this might make you feel a bit like, well, I don't know which way to go. I don't know. And as we've learned from our Aries friends over here, you take the fork in the road, you take the direction that brings you the most peace. Honor yourself. Work hard towards what you know and feel is right for you. That's quite a big one. Okay, now let us go to Gemini is next. For Gemini this week, let's see what 3 cards are here for you. Gemini, no place like home. So with this, I'm hearing, Gemini, this week is a need to find sanctuary within yourself, sanctuary within your own heart, because Spirit is saying we are never safer and happier than in our own heart, right? In your own space. And this has also got a lot to do with your own body this week. So in other words, if your body's been bothering you in a sense where if you haven't been feeling well, or you haven't been feeling comfortable with your health, it just in some way or form, they're saying it's time to nurture your physical home, your physical vessel, to take care of that. Okay. Then we have higher power. So this means you don't have to do this all by yourself. You can call on help from your creator, or somebody will come into the picture that will point you in the right direction as to how to best feel safe in your own home, or how to love yourself more. Okay. And then we have between worlds. Interesting. We have no place like home, and then between worlds. Okay. So, this is saying that you're not there yet. So in other words, your plans for the future, you might not be there yet, but like the flamingo, she's coming out of the dark and she's stepping towards something new. So I'm hearing, please be patient with yourself. So this week, if you feel like you're taking 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, Don't think of it as a setback. It's part of the journey, right? 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. You're still moving. You're still moving. Just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you're having a bad life. Okay, come home to yourself. Trust yourself. Okay, let's go to Cancers next. Let's see what is here for our Cancerian peeps. Okay, Cancer. What guidance is here for Cancer? That one, and this one. Cancer, we have Treasure Island. So this week, I'm hearing coming up roses. So if you've been worrying about money, finances, your financial support, whatever you see as abundance, you'll start to see some more of this week for yourself. And this is to do with, in our first reading, our energy forecast for the week, we did see quite a bit of harvest there. This harvest really does favor Cancer well this week. So you can expect some money, your needs being met a bit more than usual. This card, Unfinished Symphony. So this is to do with don't give up on whatever it is, your vision for your future, whatever it is that you're wanting to create for yourself. They're saying don't give up. Maybe the slowness in what you're wanting to manifest is just encouraging you to just take a step backward and see maybe there's some information that you didn't have before. Maybe you need to do a little bit more research or a little bit more homework. Maybe there's something that's missing. There's a bit of a piece missing from the puzzle. So we can't complete the puzzle until we figure out what the missing piece is. Okay, so yeah, they're saying take a step backward and it'll be obvious. Okay, take a step back. Yeah, quiet. They're saying you need some quiet time to think. That's why we need to take a bit of a step backward so we can think, get our footing, and then we can move forward again. Okay, and then there's a leg up. Isn't that beautiful? So this means that Cancerian friends can expect a little bit of help this week. So as we having our needs met and all the good stuff is happening, we're being well supported. We mustn't give up on our dreams and ideas because we just need to take a bit of a step back so that we can be helped. We don't need to achieve all these things here by ourselves, right? We can be helped. The challenge is to accept it when it's offered. Okay, now let's see what is here for our Leo friends. The sparkly Leos among us. What guidance is here for Leo this week? In the top card. Okay, we have Fork in the Road. So this ties in very much with that Two of Swords card that came up in our energy forecast earlier. It means it's time to make a decision. It's time to decide which way do we want to go, right? Followed up by Thinker. So there's no need to make any rash choices or rash decisions. We can take our time to think about it. We just mustn't overthink it, right? There's a difference. We need to focus, of course, on the outcome in mind and to make the decisions and the choices that will better get us to the outcome that we want in the end, right? So spend some time thinking about what you really want and desire, because what you really want and desire now might be completely different from what you wanted and desired a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, right? Give yourself some time to think about it and then be flexible about it. Again, us Leos, we don't like change. We like things to stay the same. So we've been called to be flexible this week. Be flexible in our actions, in our thoughts, even in our planning. Because when we are flexible, then we then give room to the universe to come in and do their magic. So be flexible. Okay, what guidance is here for Virgo? Our Virgo peeps. Let's see what guidance is here for Virgo. Virgo, we have the Tribe. So this card is all about people of like mind. So if you look at that little giraffe, it's coming out of its little enclosure and it's coming out of its shell, it's coming out of its safe space. So this card is about reaching out to your tribe, your people that make you feel safe and loved and that are very nurturing to you. So it's time to come out your shell and connect with others, right? Between worlds again. Okay, so, they're saying a lot of Virgo people have been going through quite enormous change within themselves. So you're not the same person you were 2 years ago, 5 years ago, even 6 months ago. So now it's like you're reintroducing yourself to the world. You're busy showing the world who you are now. I'm also hearing the words unveiling some talents, right? So as we grow and evolve, sometimes people stay and sometimes people go. That's just how life rolls. It's all vibrational at the end of the day. When we raise our vibration, everything changes, always for the good in the end, by the way. So as you come out your shell, as you unveil your gifts, as you show who you are to the world, right? Remember this, you're coming out of there and stepping into the good stuff. So you're not quite there where you want to be yet, but you're certainly making progress. And then the orphaned card comes up. So this is to do, this fits in with this beautifully, because maybe you've been feeling a bit orphaned. Maybe you've been feeling a bit rejected and left out and abandoned, even because you've been showing the world who you really are, right? And Spirit is saying, please don't be afraid to show your true feelings this week. We know that our Virgos don't like to seem vulnerable in any which way or form. They don't like to be perceived as weak, and that's okay. Vulnerability is not a weakness. So I'm hearing when you need the help, ask for it. If you've been feeling a bit orphaned, a bit abandoned, ask for help. Reach out to your tribe. That's what they're there for. And they will help you to step more into your own easier. Okay. So that's Virgo. Let's go now to Libra. What guidance is here for our Libran sparkly ones? Libra. We have fork in the road also. So this seems to be a big theme for us this week, for all of us, is to make some decisions, right? So here again, they're saying for Librans, please listen to your heart, because your heart knows best. Librans are our air sign, so they like to be in their head and they like to be logical. They're saying this is the week to make decisions from your heart. You do what you feel is right, okay? Because you deeply know. You can't make this up. So here, you really want to listen to your heart, to listen to your intuition, because only you deeply know what is ultimately good and right for you. Listen to that. It'll help you to make the choices that you need to with ease, okay? And then we have Unfinished Symphony here for you guys as well. So here I'm hearing going over old ground. So this could be an old partner coming into the picture, or a previous employer. There's some element of the past that's coming up here for review, okay? And Spirit is saying, forget about the past. When the past calls, don't take the call, because the past has got nothing new to say, okay? So they want you to make a decision here based on what you deeply know is right for you, because the past has got absolutely nothing new to say, okay? So trust what you feel. However, unless if the past does come knocking and it brings you a good feeling and you deeply know that this choice is right for you, then by all means make that choice. But you have to trust what you feel ultimately. Okay, that is Libra. Now let's go to Scorpio. What guidance is here for our Scorpio friends? Scorpio. Not for you. So this is very blatant and very in your face. Okay, so here Spirit is saying, right, now because our Scorpio peeps, they do feel things very deeply and they feel things very intensely, and their intuition is always bloody spot on, right? So here you are going to absolutely know this week, and they're saying it's going to be shown to you. So everything that is not for you this week is going to be shown so loudly that you will know that this job, person, house, thing, habit, whatever is not for you. Oh, you'll know. Okay. And it's time for you to say no to what is not for you and to say yes to what is. Okay, now they're saying don't be rash. You want to do things by the book. So in other words, let's say you've realized you bloody hate your job, you can't stand it, and something occurs this week to make you just want to walk out. They're saying don't just walk out. Follow the rules. Do things by the book. Plan an exit strategy, right? Same with, like, let's say a marriage. If you're hopeful for your marriage and you've had enough and you just want to leave, don't just leave. Do things by the book, right? Do things the right way, and then you'll have a good outcome to that. okay? And just breathe. Be patient. Spirit is saying you're more supported this week than what you could ever imagine. So just when you feel like certain things are going a little bit pear-shaped, they're saying, please remember that this situation is part of your answered prayer. For example, if you are wishing for a brand new car and you know what kind of car you want and you really, really, really want this car, and then what happens? Your current car breaks down, right? And then it's, oh no, woe is me, the car's broken down, it's all just gone to hell, right? Please know it's part of the answered prayer. It's making space for you to bring in the car that you do want. So if things seemingly don't quite go the way you want them to this week, please know it's part of a greater blessing. It's part of your answered prayer. You will be supported through it. Do things by the book, follow the rules, and breathe. And just know that you're going to be okay, right? Okay, so that's Scorpio. Now let's have a look at Sagittarius. What guidance is here now for Sagittarius? Let's see. Sagittarius, we have the Fates. So this card is to do with things happening seemingly by chance, right? So Spirit is saying this week you don't actually have to do anything. It's like things will just kind of happen on their own, right? You don't have to control anything. You don't have to force anything. You just need to trust the process, okay? And then the next card says to be fair. So in other words here, what they're saying is the things that are going to occur, the things that you're going to experience this week, you have no control over. They're brought about by fate, right? But they're also calling it a balance being restored. So the analogy Spirit is giving me here is, again, they're bringing a bit of the past into this. So in other words, if a friend was really mean to you before, let's say, and you were like, whatever, life goes on, let me move forward. I feel like that person, event, situation is going to come back into the picture and try and make amends, right? So you don't have to do anything about it. It'll just happen all on its own, okay? And then you get the opportunity to speak your truth, right? To say what you mean, to mean what you say. But they're saying honor yourself, honor your own truth here. Be true to you, okay? So you don't actually have to do anything this week at all. You just need to honor yourself and just be true to yourself. Very nice. Sagittarius. Okay, let's go to our Capricorn friends. That one fell right out. Two, actually. We need a third. Okay, interesting. The first one that comes up here for Capricorn is regeneration. So if you're wanting a tarot equivalent, this would be the Tower, okay? So here we can see there's like a volcano, it's awful, but there's this little tree that's just growing out of it. So out of apparent destruction or loss or trauma or whatever's gone down in your life that has not been pleasant, this week you're rising from the ashes now. You're rising up a bigger, better version of yourself than what you were before. So your life, you are now regenerating. This is the card that fell out first, and this one fell out right after. This card says mending. So this is quite a healing week for you, Capricorn. This is the week for you to... Oh, my head. Sorry, I thought I switched this off. Okay, so the fact that the phone is ringing and I forgot to switch it off, I take it to mean listen to your heart, listen to your soul, listen to the inner guidance that you're getting here as to how to move forward. I'm also hearing a strong connection to spirit this week. So in other words, you might feel or hear or experience connection to loved ones that have passed, because I'm getting a lonely feel from you this week, Capricorn. Like you guys have been feeling a bit orphaned, a bit abandoned. So you can expect connection from the divine this week. So if you've had a loss, especially, it could be part of this. It could be part of this all fall down, this awful time. There's been a loss. So I'm hearing healing from that, connection from spirit. Expect communication from spirit to come through for you this week, and look out for it. Okay, it's going to bring you healing, mending. Then the next card, time for a nap. So here for you guys also this week, Capricorn, this is not really a week for too much action. This is a week for staying away from drama, retreating, self-care, I'm hearing, right? So you really are needing literal rest and regeneration, right? So that you can put yourself back together again and move forward. Interesting, interesting. Okay, Capricorn. Let's now go to Aquarius. Okay, let's see what is here for our sparkly Aquarians. Okay, let's see. Aquarius, you guys also have building blocks. So this card is to do with focusing on what are you creating for yourself. Are you building some new foundations for yourselves this week? Are you recreating? I'm hearing the word recreate yourself. So this is about recreating who you are, building a new foundation of who you are as a being, building your own identity. Very nice. And then we have chaos and conflict, right? So in this process, right, of rebuilding who we are, right, and building a new foundation, we can expect a little bit of resistance to that, because a lot of us humans, let's be real, we don't like change. We really don't. And the moment we make a change, some people like it, some people don't, and that's okay. So you can expect to get a little bit of resistance on this. That's okay. Be true to yourself anyway. Stay away from drama too, please. And for love of God, don't cause it. Right? And then we have a change in the wind. Isn't that amazing? We were just talking about this. So you're rebuilding yourself, rebuilding your life from scratch here, it feels like. Yes, it's not going to be peaches and sunshine. You're going to encounter a bit of resistance. But you got to go with the change. Right, you got to go with it. If you're feeling called to change, to make change, go with it. Okay, right. Pisces, what is here for our fabulous Pisces friends among us? Okay, let's put these cards back together and shuffle again. What guidance is here for Pisces? Pisces. And that one. Okay, so Pisces, we have Y. Okay, so this card encourages you, Pisces, to ask yourself, what is your why? As in, why do you want the things that you want? Why do you want to do X, Y, and Z, or be X, Y, and Z, or create X, Y, and Z? What is your why? Because Spirit is saying when we are clear on our motivation, the more clear we are on our why, the quicker and easier it is to manifest what we want, right? Okay, then we have orphaned. So here also, a little bit of feeling isolated, feeling alone, feeling abandoned even, Pisces. Okay, so I'm hearing just be very gentle with yourself, but know your motives, I'm hearing. It's time for healing for you, but just be clear on your why in going forward, right? Then the next one, you also get building blocks. So here you guys are also planting seeds, starting a new foundation for yourself, building a new life. So know your why of why you want to build anew, what it is that you want to create, but don't let the fact that you've been abandoned or left run the show. In other words, don't be swept up in the emotion of, well, stuff it, I'm going to go and do this and this and this and this because this person just left me and I've been abandoned and da 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 da, so stuff it all, I'm just going to, no. That's not a good reason. So here Spirit is saying, don't come from a place of fear. As you are creating your life, build from a place of integrity and build whatever it is that you're working on, coming from a place of this is good for me and the collective. Never do things out of revenge or spite or anger or whatever it is that's got you feeling abandoned and orphaned and unloved. Don't come from that place. Come from that place of, I want to create my ideal life for the betterment of myself and others. Think of it that way. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let me know how this week pans out for you, and sending you all so much love and thank you for being here. Take care and keep well. Bye.